creating your future, you know. So yeah, I'm stoked for you here, bro. I'm actually gonna send you a little clip, a little link after this, so you can get an early listen.
Say less, say less. Appreciate it. So when I was doing my research to like
Yeah,
figure out what to ask you, I noticed you were on American Idol. You got a
yeah,
it, but I never saw any more clips of like what happened. Like you
yeah.
prepared, like what
Oh,
the heck?
that was wild. This is a story. I'm gonna try and do this one really briefly. But basically, so I showed up to this audition in American Idol, um, and I like it's a long story. Like I played a show with one of my favorite artists, John Bellion,
Okay.
in San Francisco, and after the show, my car got broken into, and my laptop was stolen. So I was like speeding home back to LA, and I got a speeding ticket, like kind of close to San Francisco. So I forgot about this shit. You know, long story short, I ended up like meeting the producers for American Idol in LA. I auditioned for them, and they like me, and they're like, it's like a pre-audition before you go audition, you know, for the real thing. So I'm telling them my story. They're like, "What do you do?" And I tell them I'm an artist, and you know, I make music on my laptop. Actually, I just got my laptop stolen, and like, you know, it was a great first meet with these guys. It was so cool. And then I'm like filling out my information and getting the information for the audition in San Francisco on TV for the judges. And I get this knock on the door, and like one of the guys who's like the head of American Idol is like, "Yo, like, I'm sorry about your laptop. It's crazy you got it stolen. You know, I want to give you like this stock laptop so you can keep making your music. Like whether you do the show or not, like I want you to, you know, have this from us." And I was like, what is happening? Like this is on some American Idol shit. The cameras aren't even rolling yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I get this laptop and I think to myself, what the hell? I'm gonna do it. Like I never wanted to do a reality thing or anything because, you know, I'm not a cover singer. I write my own music.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I got a laptop. The universe just gave it to me as a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna go do it. So I'm driving back, and there's 2 days that people can audition in San Francisco that they're taping. And I drive like on the first day because I have to pay the ticket that I got driving, you know, speeding home. So I had to show up to court, pay the ticket. Then I was like showed up to the hotel where they were doing the auditions, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm here, you know, on the day I'm supposed to be. And then they call my, I'm standing in line all day, and they call my name, and they're like, "Yo, Brandyn, you're actually supposed to be here tomorrow. You're not supposed to be here today." And I was like, "What? Are you crazy? How did I mix that up? It must be because I was paying this ticket, whatever." And then as I'm turning to leave, this woman and this young kid are standing behind me, and this woman goes, "Brandyn?" And I was like, "Yo, uh yeah." And she was like, "I'm your dad's cousin, and this is my son, and he's like been a fan of yours. We've been standing in line behind you all day. Like, this is crazy. Can we get a picture?" I was like, "No." I was like, "This is just getting weirder and weirder." So I take a picture with my cousin, um who's now at Berkeley College of Music. He actually went on to do the show, but I take a picture, I leave, and then I get a call from the producers at American Idol. They're like, "Yo, we just heard you met your cousin. You got to come back today and
Oh my God.
audition." And I was like, oh, my emotions were just going crazy. And I was like, what? So then I show back up, you know, and right before we're about to go audition, they're having us pretend to meet each other so they can get it on camera. They try to recreate it. So like that experience was like, oh, you know, like, damn, by the third time you're pretending to meet somebody, it's so inauthentic, right? So
Yeah.
and then so they ended up putting me and my cousin in the little box like before you go in like to audition. Like that's where they get people's nerves and they get them like fucking up and doing stupid shit. So and then all of a sudden me and my cousin are in there, and Ryan Seacrest comes in and he's like, "Yo, are you two really cousins?" And like does this whole bit with us. My cousin goes in, they put him through, and then I go in, and like right before I'm going in, Ryan Seacrest like and one of the judges like switch places, and like I don't even remember what happened, but basically I do my performance, and right in the middle of it, like Harry Connick Jr. comes up and like hugs me in the middle of it. I finished my song, and I was like, what is going on? Are they trying to like make me fuck up or something? Like what's happening? And then they all said yes. Like even Ryan Seacrest was the first time I think ever that they have 4 yeses, because Ryan Seacrest was judging it too. And then after the fact, you know, you get in, you get the golden ticket. I'm doing this interview where they ask you like, why are you the next American Idol? You know, and I'm sitting in this hotel, there's lights on me, I'm talking to this interviewer, And it's like the craziest moment that's ever happened to me because, I'm already feeling a little shaky about the experience because, I want to be able to perform my own original music. And, I don't want to have to film things 3 4 times and have them feel inauthentic. And I'm just like, is this for me? And I'm about to answer this question to the interviewer, like, why do the next American Idol? And all of a sudden the power in the whole hotel goes out, like
Oh,
everywhere,
shit.
and like everyone's like hooting, hollering, and screaming. I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, if this is not a God moment for me, like I don't know
Yeah.
what is. I sat there in darkness for 10 minutes as I try to get these backup generators going. And I thought about it, like, why am I the next American Idol? Like, what happens if I get on, like, and they don't let me sing my songs, or like I have to do the group performances and I just like fuck up or I forget a lyric or something crazy. It was like, it wasn't like I was scared to do it, but I was like more so thinking to myself, like, I had just gotten off of a record deal at that point. I spent 5 years with Warner Brothers and
Yeah.
I just gotten free. And like the contract was like a huge component to it. It was like you basically have to like give them rights to everything. And I hadn't even started my career. I'd been signed for 5 years, but I only put out one single with Warner Brothers. So I felt like I had so much like I could create on my own. So basically, I thought about all that in those 10 minutes and power came back on. I finished the interview. I sent the things that my family would sign to be on the show and everything. I got that all done. And then right before I had to sign myself, I called my lawyer and I was just like, yo, what are the, how, tell me really what this contract means. And once he broke it down for me, it was just like strictly just like creative control, something that I'm not willing to give up. And, the funniest part about the whole experience, my parents and my extended family, they were so bummed. They wanted me to be on it so bad. They thought I'd make so many fans and everything. But the beautiful thing about it is I took the laptop that they gave me and I made my first 3 EPs, bro. And I can't even believe that like I paid my rent and like I pay bills and I take care of my family off of these 3 EPs I made. So it just goes to show the power of owning your stuff, and like they ended up airing the audition, which is so cool. I played an original song about loss. I made a ton of new fans from that moment, that still are my fans today. But the best part that I gained out of it is I've been independent to this day, like just making money from streaming and shows, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that I felt like I made the right decision for me,